You're beautiful.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Press X to Revolution Episode 8. It is October 6th. It's been a second, but I am here. My name is Michael. I'm here with my frenemy, Alan.
Michael, you have bad takes.
I just want to say that most podcasts have an option for users to submit like errors that have showed up in previous episodes so that they can issue corrections on the next episode. After we finished recording the last episode where we talked about the PlayStation Showcase, Alan, co-host of the show who just wasn't able to make last episode, has his own set of corrections. So why don't we go ahead? I just want to hear what your beef was with the way we talked about the PlayStation Showcase.
Oh my gosh, y'all go back and watch that most recent episode, and you're gonna watch two freaking Nintendo fanboys talk about a Sony showcase because they literally just like oh, new God of War. New God of War, and then they're like, oh, you know what? What about Spider-Man and Wolverine? And it's just like, what?
I think we are live, dude. I think we're live. I didn't mean to make this live, but we're going live.
Recording this.
I thought I was too, but there's people here.
Are there really?
Yeah.
Michael, you didn't set it to unlisted.
I meant to set it private, but we're doing this live on my channel, I guess.
Whatever. So what's up, Daniel? So anyway, Michael and Drew were talking about, like, no one talked about the possibility of a new Uncharted or a new
dude, who wants a new Uncharted?
You're like, you know what Insomniac is good. Yeah, let's talk about like Marvel games. And it's just like,
the Marvel games are the best thing Sony has going for them.
God of War was literally just voted the best game.
We mentioned God of War. We talked about it.
You did mention God of War, except neither of you have played it. And so
I played God of War.
Oh, well,
I beat it.
You didn't sound excited at all. You're like, yeah, it's fine.
I'm more excited for the Marvel games.
That's because you are a Switch fanboy and not
How does that make me a Switch fanboy?
Because you're not.
Dude, I think it's funny that, like, in hindsight, it's gonna be funny because the more you get to know Andrew, the more you realize that he doesn't know anything about Nintendo franchises. Like, he doesn't know Mario, he doesn't know Zelda. I could be a Nintendo fanboy, but Andrew,
Mario Tennis and Mario Golf for.
Well, I had to do that. I had to. That's what I was playing, but I had to talk about it.
Okay. Anyway, God of War 2 is going to be epic, and you also didn't talk about Horizon Zero Dawn Forbidden West.
I intentionally didn't talk about that one because it got pushed like extra far away.
Well, you also didn't talk about Forgetting Eden or Running from Eden or the Eden game, Out of Eden. So you called it a weeb game and you just ignored it.
I probably did do that, yeah.
Yeah, the action game.
You have something you wanted to add to that one? Because that one just kind of looked like God Eater or some, weeb crap or something.
It does look super weeb. But freaking God of War 2 is going to be awesome. And it's very strange that there's a lot left. Did you beat? Never mind. Of course you didn't beat it. But people who beat God of War, the reboot, unlike Michael, who definitely didn't beat it. Did you, Michael? You want to correct me?
Are you talking about God of War?
Yeah.
I totally beat it.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't beat anything.
I beat a lot of games. I just don't beat all of the games in a series.
Oh, okay. All right. So anyway, after that God of War 1, there's so much story left. And like I was almost done with the game when I realized, oh, I'm not going to actually fight Odin in this game.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I didn't realize Baldur was going to be the last boss for a while.
Yeah, there's a lot of places that series can still go. Like God of War 2 is legitimately like exciting.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's going to be the last one. It's going to wrap up this storyline. They're not making a third one.
I had not heard that.
Yeah, because the showrunner, the game, the director, or whoever's doing it, whatever his name is. What's his name? Ken? Is it Ken? No, that's BioShock. Whatever his name is. He said he can't. They have to end it here because they can't ask people to follow Kratos in this particular storyline for 15 years because it took 5 years to make the first one. And then it's going to be 5 years by the time the second one comes out from when the first one comes out. They can't ask people to wait another 5 years to finish the story. With God of War 1, 2, and 3, the whole series was done in 5 years. So he doesn't want to ask people to spend a decade on this particular storyline. So he's ending it. They're ending the story with the next one.
I just kind of assumed the story wouldn't end. They just kill off Kratos.
I mean, that's possible.
Like,
but
I don't
think Sony's going to let him kill off Kratos.
What?
I think so. It's
going to happen eventually.
No, not as long as Sony, understand.
They'll just make it be about baby Atreus or something. I was telling
Loki.
Yes, I was telling this to my wife. I was like, the thing about the title of God of War is that it's one that can be taken by succession, and by succession I mean just killing the previous God of War. So whoever kills him just becomes the God of War, and that's the new series, right?
Yeah, and any Norse game always has a subtitle Ragnarok. It's the only thing it's the only, like, cool thing they can think of.
Yes, and so like I just imagine that at some point Loki will have to kill Papa Bear and become the new God of War.
And Kratos ain't gonna die.
I mean, he should though, right?
What do you mean he should?
I mean, shouldn't he? He's been alive a long time.
Yeah,
he's killed a lot of gods.
Boy, I love Kratos. Anyway, so that's my corrections. Mostly I didn't talk about God of War enough and talked about Wolverine.
We needed to talk about Wolverine.
No,
that's important.
Wolverine is an awful.
I will accept that we didn't talk about God of War enough. But Wolverine, who in the chat? Are you hyped for Wolverine?
No, Wolverine is a terrible.
Chris Daniel.
Wolverine is a terrible character.
Have you played Spider-Man, dude? That's a good game.
I have played the first Spider-Man. I have. It's
Insomniac.
It is good, and the story is good. But it does get old. Like if you're doing all the achievements, it gets super old. Like if you're trying to plat it. But it was good. It was good. What I don't like is all like Michael. I do not and have never liked tie-in games. Like games.
It's not a tie-in game. It's just a licensed game. Those are not the same.
That's what I mean. A licensed game.
Licensed games can be good.
Really that's not why I play video games. Like I read comics to read comics, and the Spider-Man games are an exception. I just play all the
never liked the licensed game. Do you like KOTOR? Do you like?
I don't like Star Wars.
Oh my word! Nobody likes Star Wars now, so I guess that's normal.
I played Star Wars Old Republic, the MMO, for a little while with my buddy. But I played the Spider-Man games for Genesis, but that's pretty much it. I don't really like any other. So Spider-Man kind of gets a buy.
Tie-in games, or licensed games, I used to legitimately have a bad rap. They were very crappy for a very long time. Hi, Christy. I just want to explain to anyone that happens to be here, we were supposed to record this episode of Press X to Revolution private and then upload it to the Press X to Revolution channel. I failed and set it as public, so we're just doing an episode live on my channel, I guess.
But you were talking about doing it live anyway.
I was, but also I planned on doing it live on the Press X channel. I guess this channel.
Oh, we're doing it live. Oh, that's
right. It's on my channel, so it's going to be weird.
That's right. That is weird. Is there any way you could stream it from your channel to that channel?
On Twitch, I can do that. I don't know anything about how to do any of that, but we're just doing it. We're doing it live.
If we're gonna be on Twitch, Michael, we got to be in a hot tub.
We
got to get in the inflatable pool.
That's what the people want to see. They want to see me in a hot tub.
Same, dude. They want to see this 39-year-old man standing in an inflatable hot tub.
Oh man! So, Michael, are you going to complain about the Nintendo Showcase too, or whatever the Nintendo Direct that we had?
Do you think I watched the Nintendo Showcase?
Well, I know that you had complaints already.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I'll get to that in a second. Michael, there are too many. Look, Marvel has already overstayed really its welcome. Like once they've gone into the TV thing. Like, stop it, Marvel. Marvel is ruining everything.
I'm not going to argue that we have a little bit of Marvel oversaturation. We're oversaturated on Marvel. I'm not going to argue that because that's true.
Square Enix
video games
why is Square Enix spending its time on Avengers, which, by the way, no one played?
That's true.
Now they're coming out with Guardians of the Galaxy, which, hey, let me tell you something.
That doesn't look good. It doesn't look good.
Oracle at flippin' Delphi, no one's gonna play.
I've listened to preview or people that have played the preview for Guardians of the Galaxy. It does not seem good. Those are legitimate complaints.
Why do they?
Insomniac can make a good game. What's the name?
They did make a good game. Ratchet and Clank, very fun.
Spider-Man Miles Morales.
But what if they made a new intellectual property instead of making
Now,
a
see,
dumb Marvel game.
that's how you convince me. If they said they wanted to make another Infamous game, then I would be potentially way more on board.
Infamous is okay. So, but yeah,
Infamous. Okay, did you play the Infamous on PS4?
I played whichever one was free. Second Son.
Yes. They cleaned up the controls a lot on that boy. And the story for Infamous 1, the original one, that game is a little janky. But the story for that one is freaking awesome. It's a good superhero story, but it's an original superhero. I love it.
Yeah. Okay. So Insomniac and Naughty Dog were like on the PlayStation 2. Like they were two similar studios doing a similar thing at the same time, both making excellent games. Naughty Dog was making the Jak and Daxter games, while Insomniac was making Ratchet and Clank. Very similar kind of gameplay-ish, and both fun. And then they kind of branched out. And since they branched out past Ratchet and Clank and Jak and Daxter, like Naughty Dog is holding Insomniac's head to the curb and kicking their teeth in, because Insomniac hasn't freaking Naughty Dog has made all 4 Uncharted, which you have bad Uncharted opinions, but they made all 4 Uncharted, which are amazing. They made both Last of Us's, which are amazing. And then Insomniac is like, hey, here's Infamous, which is fine. And then, hey, here's some superhero movies, because,
they have to be able to justify those massive budgets, and those licensed properties help. Spider-Man sold a butt ton of copies.
Yes, and they made 2 of them. So now it's time for them to pull that money into an original IP, make something new, or make a sequel to something good.
I am not the guy that is going to complain about new IP.
Me either.
Like, I would love new IP, but also I'm still excited about what they're giving us.
Insomniac and Naughty Dog are both fantastic studios. I just would prefer.
Naughty Dog's working on a multiplayer Last of Us game, I think.
They're working on the multiplayer extra for Last of Us 2. Yeah.
So they're busy. They're working on
they're also working on either Uncharted 5 or Last of Us 3.
Thank you. Okay, here we go. Boom. Beth has it there. Sometimes game companies only stay alive by taking contracts for license work between original
literally
games.
just said, I agree. They made 2 Spider-Man games.
But what if they want to make Spider-Man? What if they want to make Spider-Man 2? What if they're passionate about it? That's where their soul is.
Michael, then they're allowed to make Spider-Man games. However, I am then allowed to say, hey, I don't want to play your games. Make something in the Spider-Man game.
You're allowed to be wrong. Game. That is a right.
You're allowed to be wrong too, because guess what? Waluigi should have been the last character in Smash Ultimate, not Sora.
I want to know. I want to know where the chat stands, because Sora being finally put into Super Smash Brothers was a moment that I've been waiting on since my childhood.
Michael, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and look. I'm gonna go ahead and show you something right now. I'm gonna go ahead and show you some stats here, some statistics. 167 people on my channel have voted.
Okay.
59% believe that Waluigi should have been the final character, to a paltry 41% for Sora. Democracy.
It is unfortunate that the audience that you've garnered around yourself can be so wrong.
Is Jen Cavox asking why not both? Why not?
I would assume so.
It says Porque. Why not the 2?
Yeah, probably both. The thing is that Sora means a lot to a lot of people.
What does he mean to anybody?
He
doesn't mean anything, because Kingdom Hearts 3 is nonsensical.
Now I know, without a doubt, that Kingdom Hearts is light. That's what he knows.
Why?
That's what he says at the end of the first game.
That what? Now I know without a doubt
that Kingdom Hearts is light. And then he opens the door and it kills the Heartless.
That Kingdom Hearts is light?
Yeah.
What does that mean? That sentence doesn't mean anything.
If you're asking what things from Kingdom Hearts means,
no, you don't
have 3 hours for me.
You just said Kingdom Hearts, which is a plural noun.
Kingdom Hearts is a place in the game. Have you ever played Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah.
Have I played this weeb game that you know nothing about, evidently?
I played Kingdom Hearts and Kingdom Hearts 2. Do you know when I played
That's not enough to understand.
PlayStation 2.
Dude, if you played Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, you barely got any of the story.
Look, I got plenty of Organization 13. Enough of that. All I ever need to see. There is so many leather jackets and
Sora
chains.
Sora is such a wonderful choice for Super Smash Brothers, and I am so happy that he was the final character announced for Sakurai's Masterpiece. I'm so happy about it.
it should have been Waluigi. Michael, do you know I'm going as Waluigi for Halloween? Just so I can send you a picture.
Why would you do such a thing?
And I'm going to get a tennis racket so I can show you his origins.
Oh my goodness!
I'm gonna be Waluigi for Halloween, Michael, just for you.
I thought about just being Mario for Halloween.
Oh, well, I will be. You should be Luigi.
Why would I want to be Luigi?
Okay, speaking of Mario, let's talk. So, Michael, I'm sure. I don't know if I've said something, but are you going to agree? Because of course you are, because I hate it. And if I hate it, you must love it. Is Chris Pratt an excellent choice for Mario?
I think he is a neutral choice for Mario.
Michael, what do you mean a neutral choice?
I think that everyone hates on him for no reason.
I like Chris Pratt. I do not like Chris Pratt as Mario. Why not get the guy who literally does Mario's voice?
You didn't watch the trailer, obviously. He said Mario's going to talk a lot. I do not necessarily want to hear Chris Martinet for an entire movie. Give me exposition in the Mario voice.
So you want Chris Pratt to make a joke about? You want him to be?
I don't necessarily want Chris Pratt to just be Chris Pratt.
Michael, they're going to turn Mario into a quipster, just like Star-Lord.
I don't know,
Michael.
He's not a quipster in Jurassic World.
Yes, he is.
I don't remember Jurassic World. It's kind of a weird movie.
Bad.
It's really easy to forget that movie.
It's bad. You know what's a good movie? Jurassic Park.
I've seen it one time. It was okay.
Hey,
so
Pete, what range does Mario need? It's a me, Mario. That's it. Move on.
Martinet has the range to act out every single Mario character. He does the voices for all of them. He is cameoing in the movie.
Why is he not playing Mario?
Because that's too much. I don't know if he can do the whole thing. I don't know if I want to hear him do the whole thing.
How is Chris Pratt a better choice?
Because you have to pick somebody. Who are you going to pick? Who are you going to pick instead?
An Italian.
Is Mario really Italian? Like I've heard people discuss this. They're like, should you get an Italian person because he's supposed to be an Italian plumber? But also, should you just get somebody with like a Bronx accent? Isn't that really more likely to be what he was supposed to be? What's the name of the dude the dude from the TV show and the movie?
Get Captain Lou Albano.
How old is he? Like ancient? Okay,
he's dead. But they should have at least offered it to him.
Maybe they'll just CGI hollow him. And Chris Pratt will be the deep fake that they used to cover.
Yes. Captain Lou Albano is still best Mario.
Oh my goodness.
We're the Mario Brothers and plumbing's the game. Found a secret warp zone working on the drain.
My kids watch this show every morning. My mom signed into whatever freaking streaming service happens to own the rights for the old Super Mario show. And the kid will wake up in the morning and start watching like Mario 3 and Super Mario World.
So surely, Michael, you remember, hey, paisanos, it's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
I do. And
the live action skit before the cartoon.
And my son would be like, hey, paisano. And I'm like, I don't know what that word means. Maybe you shouldn't say that until I look it up.
No. Paisanos is like, what is paisanos? It's like friends.
I don't know. I looked it up. It wasn't offensive, but I didn't know. I just don't want my kid saying every word he hears on TV.
Paisano means peasants. It means peasant of Spanish or Italian origin. So Mario's saying, hey, peasants.
I'm gonna die.
That is.
Oh man.
Of course it is. It looks just like peasant. Hey, paisanos.
I'm excited. The cast looks funny. It reminds me of the Lego movie.
As Bowser.
It reminds me of the Lego movie, dude, and I love that movie so much.
We do not need another quippy, self-referential nostalgia thing. We don't need that. We don't need it.
I don't think Chris Pratt is quippy in the Lego movie. I've seen the movie multiple times.
Chris Pratt is quippy in literally everything he's ever been in.
He's the stupid straight man in that show, that movie.
So,
how's the Lego movie? Chat, how's the Lego movie?
Let me ask
you. Gotta be on my side of this.
Ask you a question, Michael.
Why do we have to be on opposite sides of everything we talk about?
Because you have bad opinions. You have bad opinions.
Continue.
Michael, You think Jack Black's going to do an excellent job as Bowser?
Yes.
How?
Have you never laughed at Jack Black? Have you never watched Jack Black and thought he was very funny?
I'm sorry, is Bowser a comedic character all of a sudden?
Yes.
Since
Bowser's because there's a giant dinosaur. Everything about Mario is comedic.
Do you know they should get to play Bowser?
Go explain Mario to somebody. Be like, hey, there's an Italian plumber and he goes down a tube and he pops up in a dinosaur world and he eats mushrooms and he gets real freaking big. And then sometimes he gets a raccoon tail and he flies around.
I hope they include Big Bertha, the bouncer at the Boom Boom Bar, again. I hope she makes a reappearance.
I have DNF'd that movie 3 times.
Why? It's excellent. Was she corpulent? Very corpulent? No, she was just really, really round. John Leguizamo.
Are you excited about any video games coming out? Like, are you
just God of War 2?
I'm talking like the rest of the year. Are you just dead the rest of the year?
What is coming out the rest of the year? What's coming out the rest of the year?
I'm playing 2 excellent games right now that came out this year. I'm playing Deathloop. I'm playing Life is Strange True Colors. I'm playing
see your true colors shining through.
Yeah, it's a good song. It's a good song.
Yeah.
Frick, dude, what the frick? I'm playing Metroid at the end of the week because that game's getting good reviews. But once again, you are a Nintendo hater.
Fanboy.
Yeah, you're a Nintendo hater.
If Nintendo stopped making Zelda, Metroid, and Mario, no one would ever play Nintendo. Nintendo is being
if Sony stopped making Uncharted, Life is Strange, and Spider-Man, no one would play Sony.
So hold on. So if they stopped making a decade-old franchise as opposed to a 40-year-old franchise,
that's the only thing we have connecting us to video game history at this point, dude. We need the thing that ties us back.
Michael.
Mario, what is it they call it in the Catholic Church, like the apostolic lineage? Mario is our tie back to our foundation.
Do you say the catechisms? It's a me, Mario.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
I do not know what is coming out this year, but I'm not playing Metroid because I don't have a Switch and I don't care. You know what the last Metroid I played was?
I've never played a Metroid.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just excited about this one.
I'm going to go ahead and say you heard it here. Metroid is overrated. It's okay. Again, the last Metroid I played was like the first Metroid Prime, I think, for GameCube.
Okay.
And what else is coming out? Keep going. True Colors, whatever. I mean, I didn't play Life is Strange 2 yet, so I'll play that first.
Life is Strange 2 has nothing to do with it, but that's why I just skipped it. But True Colors is, you remember how in the first game, everything existed in this like hipster culture world? It was like this bubble of hipster culture.
Oh, in the first one?
Yeah. This game is even more. It's like, what if we went to Colorado and it was even more hipster culture? Like they're listening to like obscure bands, like they're all every single person is wearing flannel except the main character, and like they're okay. I'm a spoil a moment. The really sad, misunderstood person at the beginning of the game finds out that she was gifted a guitar and she plays Creep. Like it's so deep into its hipsterisms. And of course, one of the characters runs a weed dispensary. Like it's full on embracing what it was meant to be.
What is Jen Kavik saying? We're literally doing the red blue Oni trope in real life. What does that mean? What is that?
It's a thing that he's tried to explain to me. It has something to do with like anger and logic, and like how like it's very common in stories to have these tropes, which definitely means I'm the blue and you're the red one.
Two individuals or occasionally factions or civilizations that are significantly linked somehow, such as through rivalry, friendship, being siblings, co-workers, competitors, etc., that have differing personalities and with it often different approaches to the world in general, especially whatever they might be competing in, over, or for. This, of course, gives them something to butt heads about, since their manner of acting may rub each other the wrong way, and each is sure that their way of doing things is right. The red Oni is associated with passion, wildness, and defiance, clearly talking about you.
No, that's
a red Oni character is often much more brawny than brainy, extroverted, enthusiastic, determined, and filled with a zest for life. Much more likely to break conventions and rules than
a zest for life. That's got to be me because you hate everything.
Blue Oni is associated with serenity, control, and observing authority. Clearly me. More intellectual, proud, traditional, introverted, and cultured. Blue Oni personalities are often respected by others, and also likely to puzzle or confound their peers because they're difficult to read. Their opinions might be obscure and have a mysterious quality to them.
Hey,
Clearly,
who's the blue and who's the red?
it is
I don't
obvious.
know. We should be able to run a poll, but I don't think we can. Chat, who's blue and who's red here?
Blue, red. We're wearing opposite colors currently.
We are actually. I am wearing blue and you're wearing red. That's funny.
It was an accident.
No, I can't believe that actually happened.
What else is coming out this year? Are we gonna talk about what we're playing? We'll do that afterwards.
I don't know what else is coming out. I'm excited for Metroid. I want to hear what you're playing. Tell me about it.
I literally 2 days ago platinumed Tales of Arise, my weeb game that you say no one cares about.
Nice.
I platinumed it, which is the easiest Tales game in history to platinum. Like you usually have a huge grind.
Yeah.
So I platinumed that, and I haven't played anything since then because
that's the one that wasn't that supposed to be multiplayer? Were you able to play it with anybody?
No, it's not multiplayer. There've only been 2 out of the 15 of them that aren't multiplayer. It was fun. It was really fun. It was great looking. I mean, Tales storylines. There's a lot of this in JRPGs, but Tales games especially. There's tons of sighing and it's just weeb dialogue. It's always
lots of ellipses.
It's like. It's just a lot of that, it's a lot of Shion. What's wrong? Where clearly something.
Yeah.
It's nothing. I'm fine, and it's it's very eye rolling in places.
I don't know. I don't. Sometimes when you complain about these things, I wonder why you love JRPGs, because so many of them are so full of these things that you hate.
Yes,
the wall leaning, the emo-ness, chains.
Oh yeah,
all this crap.
One of the villains was he just appeared and he had a sword, a huge curved sword. Bro was literally freaking Sephiroth, and I'm like, are y'all kidding me? But yeah, no, I agree with you. JRPGs, though, have had some of the best storylines, at least in the PS2 era. The real problem is that many of the JRPGs that I've played past the PS2 era don't actually have fantastic storylines anymore. And so I think a large part of it is I just play them because I like them. Now, Tales of Arise was really fun. The combat was very, very fun.
That was an action game, right?
Yeah, it had some of the best. All the Tales games are combat, but it had some of the best combat in any of the Tales games. So it was quite fun. And the storyline was better than most Tales fare. Oh, Michael, I think you're holding a mirror up. I'm trying to remember the last JRPG I played that had a fantastic storyline that wasn't on the PlayStation 2. Because I'm thinking of Mass Effect, Dragon Age, Witcher 3, all of which are American RPGs.
Well, you talked about it wasn't a JRPG, but it was a visual novel, some game that you played last year, maybe.
Danganronpa?
No, it wasn't Danganronpa. It was something else.
Danganronpa.
It was on PS4.
Nonary games?
Ni no Kuni is not a JRPG. Isn't that Welsh or something?
It's Japan. It is a Japanese role-playing game. I'm not certain that it was made by Japanese people, but it is. Ni no Kuni is Japanese in itself. I didn't like Ni no Kuni. I played the beginning of the first one, the first 10, 15 hours of the first one. It was too, I don't know, the story didn't pick up for me, I guess. Because Final Fantasy 15 has a crap story. Final Fantasy 13 has an okay story, but only spread over 3 games. Final Fantasy 12, again, PlayStation 2.
So are you actually a JRPG hitter too?
No, I like JRPGs. I will still
only
play
old
them.
Ones though.
I have 4 Trails of Cold Steels right there that need to be played. It's a 4-part game telling a huge political epic.
What's next on your game docket?
Assassin's Creed Unity. I have to finish it. I was playing that before Tales of Arise. Why you
do this to yourself, man?
I was playing it before Tales of Arise came out. If I was not playing that, hold on, let me see. If I was not playing that, honey, what would I be playing? You don't know. What would I be playing if I didn't? I don't know what I'd be playing. Maybe I might play my remastered, the remastered collection of L.A. Noire, which so I could revive Press X to Doubt, and I never finished it when I first played it. I liked that game. I think it was fun.
The game seemed cool. I never played it.
I also have Danganronpa 3 I need to play. Persona 5 Strikers if I want to be. Oh, the Persona games are the last JRPGs that have excellent stories. Persona 5, which was on PS4 and then PS5. Persona 4 was on PS2. So
and Vita.
Yeah, so Persona 5
I played it.
is the last one that had an excellent storyline, and that's literally it that I can think of. Other than that, I have the Four Trails of Cold Steel. I might start one of those, especially if there's not a ton coming out. Oh, I might end up playing Dark Souls 2 if my buddy wants to play it as well, because I have Dark Souls 2 as well.
I'd love to hear about that. I like Dark Souls 2 more than a lot of people just hate on Dark Souls 2 because it's not as good as the first one, but that doesn't mean it's not good.
Yeah.
It's just not as good as the first one. It's Dark Souls 2 is fun.
Also, you didn't know, a second demo of I'm Gonna Kill Chaos came out.
Yeah.
I downloaded it, but I haven't played it yet. And did you know the new trailer? There's an actual new trailer that makes the game look kind of cool. The guy you play that's like, I'm gonna kill chaos. Do you know what his name is? Jack Garland.
Yeah.
Garland from the first game.
You're
like stuck in a time loop somehow, and you end up being Garland. But the American trailer doesn't say chaos one time, and it's a 3.5-minute trailer.
Okay. Does the real American trailer have Limp Bizkit playing on it? Oh frick! I thought that was just a meme.
It's got he pulls out his little thing and plays like metal music.
But is it really Limp Bizkit?
I would not know. But it is
okay. It might just be a meme. I heard people talking about it, but it was in a comedic context. And he pulls out his phone, and in the thing that I was watching, it was playing a Limp Bizkit song. I was like, is that real? Is that real?
The Japanese developers that released the original trailer, they said they were like, they didn't like how much that trailer got memed, saying about I'm gonna kill chaos. They're like, well, obviously we were disappointed that people were making fun of it. And it's like, how did you not know that people were gonna make fun of you when you said I'm gonna kill chaos?
If they really put a Limp Bizkit song in it, it's gonna get memed just as much.
But Michael, the new trailer doesn't have chaos in it at all.
I also heard people complaining that there was no chaos killing in the trailer.
But the Japanese version, they left it in the Japanese.
Oh, because the Japanese people aren't as good at memeing.
Yeah, so they took it out for the Americans because they don't want to get memed.
Oh,
yes, man. Pete, we need to get on that AC Unity grind. I just was playing Tales and then was super busy. The real problem, I haven't started anything, Michael, because grades are due on Wednesday, and so I am buried in flipping paperwork. So I probably won't. I don't know when I'll pick something up, but it'll be Assassin's Creed Unity to play with Pete. Yes, Christy, thank you for coming by. And then I'm looking up. Okay, so 2021 release schedule. Let's see what's coming out the rest of this year. Have you played Resident Evil 8? Do you play any of the Resident Evils?
5.
5 sucks. Oh, you know what we're gonna play next? We're gonna play Man of Medan. That's what we're gonna play next.
Yeah, we should.
So in October, Metroid Dread. Nobody cares about.
Oh, the third one of those is also coming out. The what are they called? Not Tales from the Crypt. What's the freaking thing that ties them all together? Man of Medan.
Dark Anthology.
Dark Anthology. Yeah, Dark Pictures Anthology.
Yeah.
That third one comes out.
That third one that came out?
No, it comes out like Halloween time.
Oh,
like
okay,
soon.
Gotcha.
The Alan Wake HD thing released yesterday, and I haven't bought it yet.
The what did?
The Alan Wake HD.
That came out?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that'll be what I play next.
That's a good thing to play next. You should do that.
Can you handle it if I trash it?
You trash everything else I love, so
that's true. Yeah, okay. So House of Ashes is the 21st. Guardians of the Galaxy is the 26th. That's not going to be good.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
You should play. We should film ourselves playing Fatal Frame, Maiden of Blackwater, and people can literally donate money.
I will scream like a little girl.
Yeah,
I would.
Dude, Fatal Frame. I played the first one. Is a terrifying game.
Is it coming out for PS5?
Yeah, on October 28th.
Yeah, I would be a little chicken baby.
Dude, same.
I'm such a scaredy cat.
The ghosts fly at you, and while you're looking at them in a camera, and they fly at you.
Yeah.
Shin Megami Tensei 5 is coming out only for the Switch. That sucks. SMT is the weebiest of weeb games.
Oh yeah.
So I won't be able to play that. KOTOR comes out for the Switch in November.
Why the frick did they announce that they were porting the regular version of KOTOR right after they announced KOTOR Remastered? What the heck kind of choice is that?
That's so stupid. Final Fantasy IV Farming Simulator 22. You want to play that?
Andrew's actually played some of that. I think he liked it.
Of course, he has. And then December, Danganronpa, 2 Danganronpas for the whatever. I don't have a Switch. Halo Infinite comes out in December.
Do you like Halo?
Hey, I mean, I don't have an Xbox, so it's irrelevant.
Do you like past Halo?
I liked Halo 1 and 2.
Okay.
I mean,
Andrew is our Halo lover.
Yeah,
he's our shooter lover.
Halo, but I liked multiplayer. It was fun. I liked Halo multiplayer better than I liked COD multiplayer.
Well, and Halo was back when I did a lot of LAN parties back then.
Yeah, exactly. We have four Xboxes hooked up, play some 16-player Halo.
Mm-hmm.
What is Chorus for PS5?
Oh, frick! I just heard people talking about that game.
A space shooter. That's dumb. So I guess I'm not playing anything. I might play Alan Wake. I might start one of my Trails of Cold Steel. I might play Dark Souls 2, maybe. Yeah. When did Alan Wake? Oh, it did come out on the 5th. What the crap?
It came out yesterday. I didn't buy it yet because I'm trying to make myself. I'm probably gonna buy Metroid tomorrow or Friday, whenever it comes out. And I'm playing Deathloop, which I am loving.
Stupid.
It's a relevant modern game that might be game of the year for a lot of people. I am enjoying it so far. I'm not very far, but I am enjoying it so far. You don't know anything about it.
I do. You go back in time. Dumb.
You don't go back in time. Also, the True Colors, Life is Strange. I want to park on Life is Strange for just a second, because Amanda and I have been playing that together, and I realized that in the marketing material for Life is Strange True Colors, they explain the premise of the story, but they give a fairly, it's okay. It depends on what you consider a major spoiler or not. But something that does not happen until 3 hours into the game is
in the trailer.
It's not in the trailer, but it maybe is in the trailer. It's talked about. Like, they're like, hey, in this game, this is what happens. And they talk about the setup, but it doesn't happen until 3 hours into the game.
Oh, that sucks.
So I'm playing the game with my wife, and I knew it going in, and I realized that it hasn't happened yet. And I'm like, I'm glad she doesn't know this, because it seems like it would have more impact if you didn't know it was going to happen. And I'm like, why do games specifically have this horrible trend of spoiling things that happen hours into the game?
Why do they do that?
It's like if the character dies in the prologue of a story.
Yeah.
That's one thing.
If
the character dies
spoilers
20% into a story, maybe don't mention it.
That's a bigger deal.
In the marketing material.
Yeah, I don't. If you talk about something that literally happens in the first chapter or a prologue of a book, I don't consider that spoilers.
See, it's chapter 1 of the game, but the game only has 5 chapters, so it's like that's a long way into the game.
Yeah. That's the first 20%.
I'm glad my wife did not know it, so when it happened, it actually meant something to her.
I was going to ask you if it was worth playing, but the problem is you think too many things are worth playing.
I think almost everything is worth playing.
You are too effusive with your praise.
Do you want to know one game I think is not worth playing?
You're going to say Assassin's Creed.
I was going to say Devil May Cry 2 is the worst game I've ever beaten.
Devil May Cry is not a good game. 2 is not a good game.
Devil May Cry 2 is the worst game I've ever beaten. That game is unfinished, and I have no idea how it was released on store shelves.
3 is worse than 2. I hate 3.
Jake, you're safe. I'm not going to go into any major spoilers or anything because Alan hasn't played it, and I haven't gotten very far.
Yeah.
But yeah, Devil May Cry 2 is probably the worst game I've ever beaten.
Jake, what are you looking forward to? And I agree, Beth. Marketing departments have no idea how to market a game. None. They have no idea. Oh my gosh.
Jake, if you want to know what's going on, We have a separate channel called Press Extra Revolution. It's a YouTube channel. If anybody is watching the stream and they like what we're saying about video games, there's another YouTube channel called Press Extra Revolution where we record a generally weekly podcast where we talk about video games. Sometimes there's a third guy, sometimes they're not. I made a mistake and accidentally made this live and on my own channel. So we're just doing it live this week. Maybe we'll do it live next week, but on the right channel. I don't know.
Michael, where's your brother been? Why's your brother not talking about video games with us?
I killed him.
Oh, all right. Well,
so
that's a good.
He decided to go back to school, and he's freaking taking night classes.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm like, why would you do that,
Michael? Though I do have an idea for a collab that you and I needed to collab on, because you would know we need to do a collab talking about video game movies and why. I just don't watch them. Like, I've watched Mortal Kombat, which was fun but stupid. I watched. Mike, I withdraw my invitation. You don't watch them. Why don't you watch them?
I don't watch movies. Do you want to hear my hottest take?
Yeah.
I liked the Sands of Time movie.
Prince of Persia? Are you a Jake Gyllenhaal stan?
I didn't know who he was before I saw the movie, and I went to the movie. I watched the movie. I was like, this was fun. It wasn't amazing.
Isn't Jake Gyllenhaal also in the Assassin's Creed movie? Or is that Michael Fassbender?
That's Michael Fassbender.
Oh, it wasn't.
Which I did not see. I didn't see that one. But I think that might be it. Those are the video game movies that I've seen. I saw Sands of Time and I saw Mortal Kombat. Yeah,
Beth, it's always like this. Michael and Andrew are of an accord. Michael and Andrew always agree. And I am always
that's not even true, dude.
I am always left to defend good storylines in games and games that I don't know are fun. I don't know. I'm always left to defend games that I don't know. Michael just wants you to play some game some dude made in his basement that has like 6 pixels and like I freaking love indie games. Jake says I technically play video games, I mostly replay my favorites. I have had the experience of normally I don't have time to replay video games, but I now have a son who loves video games, so I'm getting to like let him play all the old ones. And Switch is I'm going to talk about Switch here. I'll plug your ears. Switch is really good about letting you play old games. And so I've let him like replay a lot of the old Marios. I've played through them and he's played some. And we're playing through some of the old Zelda games now. And that's been really fun for me to get it. Like some of the stuff that I loved holds up. Some of the stuff I love doesn't hold up. And it's been a blast. I love replaying old games. I've beaten Super Mario 64. I don't know how many times. I did it again. Got all the stars. Did everything. Super Mario 64 is a quality game.
Some of the controls are more annoying now than you remember them being back then, but the level design, the way they hide the stars, still really cool.
That is a quality game. I do like that. Sunshine's terrible.
They're about to release Nintendo 64 virtual console games onto the Switch, so my son is going to get to see Ocarina of Time for the first time. Well, he saw it when he was younger, but it was too scary, so I didn't let him finish it.
Overrated. Ocarina of Time is very good. It's not as good as people think it is. Link to the Past is better. Oh, we argued about this on one of the previous ones.
Ocarina of Time
is a superior
today
game.
Does not hold up as much
as Link to the Past does.
As some games do.
Link to the Past.
I don't know. Does Link to the
hold up?
Does Link to the Past hold up today?
Better than Ocarina.
Okay, in general, 2D games hold up better than the early 3D games. That's almost a universal rule. But does Link to the Past hold up better than Ocarina?
Yes. If you weren't such an Ocarina stan, you would agree with that.
I'd beat both of them.
Your judgment's compromised.
Link to the Past is obscure though. There's things where you just don't know what the frick you're supposed to be doing. That never happens in Ocarina, dude. Hey, listen, go over there.
So Mario follows Link around?
Yeah. He's like,
a Link, shoot at the Gogoro or whatever. Whoa. Guild Wars 2 is excellent, Beth, and PS2 is the best system, really.
Guild Wars 2?
Michael, hold on.
Guild Wars 2 is actually decent, yeah.
I need to return to a previous conversation very quickly because I did not
Are we death looping it? We're gonna loop back in time here?
Yes, I did not present my most scathing argument against the Mario movie. Seth Rogen is playing Donkey Kong.
Okay, I'm about to. Okay, since since becoming a minor online presence, I have had so many people tell me that I look like Seth Rogen. It's not funny.
You don't look like Seth Rogen. You want to know
Everyone tells me this.
No, Seth Rogen is insufferable. You don't look anything like him. He's insufferable.
Is that his laugh? He does a weird laugh.
It's like I hate Seth Rogen. I hate all of his movies. I hate everything he's ever done. I hate that he's Donkey Kong, who I used to play in Mario Party until they took him out, made him a space, and then I had to say, I'm a Wario, I'm gonna win. Then I had to play Wario because they took out Donkey Kong.
I don't know why Wario doesn't bother me, but Waluigi does.
That makes no sense. Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop, like the propaganda machine for Shadows of Mordor.
Shadow of Mordor is an amazing game. Everyone pushed him to play this. I told him in the last episode I was going to buy the game for him because it's so good. And you could just ignore any of the Lord of the Rings tie-ins, which I know you don't like Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings tie-ins suck anyway. Like, the story for Shadow of Mordor is largely irrelevant. It's mostly like, hey, orcs are bad and they're overrunning, so fight them back, which is cool. And
why would I play that if the story's not good?
Because it's so good to play. You play games like Towerfall without story because they feel good. This game feels good.
I do play Towerfall without people. I play Towerfall alone.
Do you have a racism in your heart against orcs? Because this game allows you to explore that fantasy.
I do dislike both orcs and goblins.
So yeah, if you want to explore that fantasy to its fullest, you can murder so many orcs in so many wonderful ways in Shadow of Mordor.
Jake, I agree. Mass Effect 2 on Insanity at the beginning is hard as crap.
Guys, can you imagine Alan if we actually recorded him playing Shadow of Mordor and we got to hear the way that he experiences the Nemesis system and the way that he begins to like build nemesis and he starts to hate on these people? That would be so freaking funny, dude.
All right, if we stream it, I'll play it. If we stream it,
it would be so funny because you'd have the same orc kill you multiple times and you would get so mad at him and become this like series thing.
I would play it if we streamed it. That'd be cool.
Do you know how to get your PlayStation into a computer?
No, but I'm sure you do.
Well, I do, but I have gear, but we'd have to get you that gear.
So I would just get the gear.
Yeah.
We need to do that anyway because we need to start streaming us walking around like in our buff undershirts as Man of Medan.
We really, really should take a playthrough of Man of Medan and turn that into an online series. That would be the funniest crap.
It would be so funny where you're playing the whiny, you're hitting on my character's girlfriend as my brother.
Also, every freaking time I'm like opening up a cabinet, a mouse jumps out and I freaking scream like a little girl. What the frick?
Oh, that was amazing. Yeah,
I'm surprised I didn't blow your eardrums out.
But Alan Wake, I might play.
I want to hear your thoughts on Alan Wake. I want to see somebody with a fresh take on Alan Wake in 2021 because I have so much love for the game. I don't think I could see it objectively at this point.
Do you know what Remedy's working on?
Remedy? I think they said they're working on more Control adjacent spin-off type things, which, dude, Control ties all of their franchises together. Anything freaking in their world could be a Control spin-off.
With the hotel, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, whatever, I don't know.
Remedy. PS5, how much is it? Let me buy it.
It's like $30, I think.
Is it really? I don't want to buy it in Indonesia. I don't know why my wife thinks I'm in Indonesia. I'm trying to say how much it is.
How does chat feel about the Switch?
It is $30. That's not bad.
No, I thought that was very well reasonable priced. How's the chat feel about the Switch? Can we overwhelm Alan on this? The Switch lets you play everything, man. They just announced Kingdom Hearts you can play on the Switch.
Yeah, I thought we established I don't care.
Pete, you just told
Jake those parts were crap.
Pete, you told me that you were obsessed with Stardew Valley. Are you not playing that on Switch? You're playing on PC?
Look at that. You were burned by your own
Chris says Switch is baller. What the dude? Stop throwing stuff.
I dropped my phone. I'm trying to see the difficulty of platinuming Alan Wake.
Do they? Is there, dude? What?
What?
Why you gotta be that guy?
Why
do you not feel like you've completed a game unless you've literally platinumed it?
Yeah.
You don't have your own meter for satisfaction for when you play a game and enjoy it?
I do. It's when I get the platinum.
Oh my word.
That's what?
I don't understand how we can be so in love with video games and so opposite on so many things.
How do you introducing trophies is the best thing to happen to video games.
Do you want to know how many platinums I have?
Probably slightly fewer than the amount of video games you've completed.
0.
Okay, so
I have gotten all achievements in absolutely no games.
How is that possible?
Because the only games I full complete are Nintendo games.
Oh no! I'd have to finish it on Nightmare difficulty. How hard is Alan Wake on Nightmare?
I know. You think I played that game on Nightmare?
Yeah.
No, I played it on normal. I played it through like 1 or 2 times. It was like my favorite game. I loved it so much. I watched the cutscenes because you can watch the cutscenes. I showed them to every single person I knew to try to convince them it was an amazing game.
Michael, if this game sucks, I'm going to be... Jake, you flippin' platinumed. You 100%ed all 3 Mass Effect games. You told me that. How? Yes,
he did it for the love of the game. He didn't give a frick about the trophies.
Those are the same thing.
Oh, I can't. No, frick, no. It is subjective standard. Bullcrap, Chris.
No, Chris knows. Chris knows.
No, he's wrong.
Let me explain. Okay, so the trophy holdover, it is a holdover from back when I was in college and I was poor. Like I could buy 1 video game and that had to last, however long it had to last.
Sure.
Because games are expensive. I didn't know when I was going to get oh, you didn't? I didn't know. I thought you platinumed it. I didn't know when I was going to be able to get a new game. So I had to play. Now on PlayStation 2, I still platinumed it. I did everything. I had a guide, and I always, even though you didn't get anything, I always collected every chest. Beat all the optional bosses. Did all the optional side quests. I've been doing that even before there were trophies. It's just now I have something to show for it. See what I'm saying? You
know what I have to show for it?
What?
The joy of playing a video game and enjoying it for my own personal satisfaction.
But I enjoy.
You only enjoy it in the way that they tell you to do it.
Oh, so they stick it to the man. Don't listen to what they say.
That's what your whole life is about.
I know. And
instead, you are a drone slave to what they tell you to do.
I am sticking it to the man by doing exactly what they wouldn't expect me to do, which is
follow their orders.
Correct. I'm trying to keep them on their toes so they don't expect it when it's coming. Press X to revolution.
Anyone who is still watching, I want to reiterate, this is a show that is basically weekly. Alan is leaving. This is a show that basically is weekly. We talk about video games, what we're playing. We talk about general video game news. And we're trying to build a video game empire. What are you doing, dude? Are you buying Alan Wake right now?
No, I'm going to show you. Look at this. You're going to like
my word.
You're going to like this.
So if you look up the channel, press X to Revolution on YouTube. That's another channel that we have that we're supposed to do this on. But when I made the live stream for the show, I accidentally made it live, which we may do in the future. And also I'll do it on the other channel, not my own channel. I apologize, everyone.
Okay, Michael, can you see this? You can see that. You see that?
Yeah. Yep.
That's a platinum.
But the one below it's not.
That's because it's Assassin's Creed Unity that I had to stop to play.
Hey, guess what? It's a sucky game. Stop playing it. You'll feel better.
Look at this. Boom. Dark Souls 3. Platinum. Mass Effect 3 Legendary Edition, Platinum. Mass Effect Legendary Edition did not actually have a platinum, though it does say 100%. Overcooked. That's me. That's the game me and my wife are playing, so that doesn't count.
Which version are you playing?
The first one, but I did download the free one from this month.
Yeah, Mans and I played a lot of that one. It's awesome.
Look at this. Look at this platinum. Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Mass Effect 2. Right here. Dark Pictures Anthology Man of Medan. It's not platinum because we haven't finished it. But look at that. Legendary Edition 1, Mass Effect 1, platinum. Assassin's Creed Rogue Remastered. I did not get the platinum on Resident Evil 7. I knew that I was not going to play that game on 3 different times on the hardest difficulty. I wasn't going to play Ethan Must Die. So I did not get that one. Samurai Warriors 4, screw that. It wasn't fun, so I wasn't going to get the platinums on that either.
Okay. So you do have
a limit. Yeah.
So you're not the type of bullcrap person that will buy easy platinum games just to get platinum trophies.
No. I don't play games that I don't want to play. And I'll only get the platinum on the game if it's fun. For example, look at this. If you look right here, this one, 97%. Shadow of the Tomb Raider. The last Tomb Raider game, I'm missing a single trophy. And it's play it on hard. But the problem is they remove a bunch of your checkpoints. So like if you die, you lose like 45 minutes of progress. And I'm like, I'm not about that life, because it would be fine if I was fighting enemies and I had some control. But in the water, when you're swimming, you can't see all around you. And if you come anywhere near these schools of piranha that you can't see because, you have limited third-person view, they literally insta-kill you. There's no way to escape. You insta-die. It happened twice. I lost 30 minutes of progress twice to the piranhas. I said, you know what? I don't care that much. And I put it away. So there you go, Michael. I'm not a slave to it. If it's not fun, I won't do it. But the thing is, grinding, if it's a trophy that I have to grind, it relaxes me because I can just do it. I don't have to think about it. And I can watch BookTube while I'm doing it.
I have a little bit more respect for you, because the other people I know that are trophy hunters freaking will buy bullcrap games just to get cheap trophies. And I think that is the most...
No, that's dumb.
That is the most Pavlovian dog bell thing I've ever heard in my life.
Why would I do that? I'm not going to play something I don't want to play. Oh, and Jake, yes, for the Xbox 360, I do have all of the multiplayer. I do have the trophy for all the multiplayer things for the Xbox trophy. For the Xbox 360, back when it had multiplayer, I did get all this. I 100% of those games twice on 2 different systems.
It's about been our time up, so I'm going to start wrapping this up. Like I said, this is a weekly show. What? I like the idea of them. You could listen to this. Also, if you don't want to watch the video version of this is audio. It's an audio podcast as well. You can get to it on pretty much all podcast platforms. If you search for
Michael, look at that screen.
If you search for Press X to Revolution,
Michael, look at
you can find it on any podcast platform.
Oh my gosh, what's happening, Michael? Look at all those platinums. Then they kind of
as much as I think Alan is a complete fool who is wrong in every opinion, he has his own BookTube channel, and I love him very much. And
hi, Christina.
He is awesome, and I think you should go check out his channel. But of course, if you're watching this channel, which happens to be my channel, then you already know who Alan is. I have my own channel, which I'm streaming this on, so you obviously know that's the case.
We have the greatest feud on BookTube, Michael Knipp.
Should we not let people know that we're actually friends, or should we hide that?
I think people do know that we're actually friends. But you have I cannot believe how much both of us love video games and how
wrong you are.
Have such incredibly differing opinions on video games, but we both love video games.
Yeah.
You just don't like good games.
I've been called a hippie in more than one scenario, and video games is one of them. Because I love them all, and I think they all deserve to be around.
Definitely not. I can tell you plenty that deserve to just be erased, destroyed, not worth playing.
Do you have anything else you'd like to add? Do you want to pitch your channel in case somebody doesn't know what it is?
Library.of.allenxandria is my channel.
It's kind of hard to find, dude. Did you know that when you created your channel? Did you know it was freaking hard as crap to find?
No.
It's hard.
Because YouTube's like, did you mean the Library of Alexandria?
Like, no, I spelled it wrong on purpose. If you just search for Alexandria without the library part, it does show up first.
Also, if you search for or if you search for Library of Alexandria, and if you type in like BookTube, it'll pop up.
Oh, I always search for the Game of Thrones video that you had.
Well, that's what I have to do it when like I'm searching. Oh, cool. So Alexandria searches up.
Yeah, Alexandria always pops
when
up.
I'm searching people's channels, who use their real name and they're a smaller channel. Like if you just type in their name, you're not going to get them. You're going to get something else. So I always have to type in like, their name and then something that
it helps when you bust the 1K mark. The search changes a lot.
Yeah. What are you at? What are your subs at?
Not.
You're
They've
like 4K.
stopped. Yeah, I did hit 4K.
Why does that suck? Dude, 4K.
What was I gonna say? Oh, I'm gonna take this episode down and I'm going to upload it on the Press Extra Revolution channel for people that are actually subscribed there. And I guess
this was so fun though. We should definitely do these live.
I do want to start doing these live. And if you want to watch these live, because I'm glad that we actually had some people watch these, please just subscribe to the other channel. That way you'll know when it goes live, because I don't plan on doing them on this channel. It freaking screws my algorithm. I probably ruined my chance of getting any subscribers ever again by putting this on this channel. I got deleted fast.
Michael and I we can put up like community posts like when they're going saying, hey, come join us live on the other channel.
Also, we're on Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah. Also, if you watch it live, you will get to listen to Andrew literally talk about this city simulation game he's playing. Like the last episode, like he talked about it for like 20 minutes about trying to get his traffic flow better. And then he's a slumlord. So he doesn't have enough morgues in his city for all the people dying. And they discover bodies in people's houses because it's a slum. I was like, how are you talking for 20 minutes about video game traffic patterns? Like, what is happening? What is happening?
Oh my goodness. Yes, emo to the max. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing to the other channel. I'm sorry for the confusion. I can't believe that I did it so badly, but it was fun. Until next time. What do we say? We have to have a sign out or some sort.
Press X to revolution.
Bye.
Well, he just left. He didn't even cancel the live. So guys, I'm by myself. Michael has left. I have no ability to end the broadcast.
I did the last episode where I just left instead of ending the show. All right, I'm ending it now. Goodbye.